Hello, I believe I'm live. Let me know. While I pull up some background music. Oh, I don't have my headset on. Cool, you guys can hear me? Conrad, Sunny, HRE, Pyro, Stickman, Dan, Prussian Media, Marble Sphere, I Am Somebody, Jacob, San Bernardino Ball. How's it going, guys? Magic Luck. Salvusius. That's a new one. Welcome. So, apologies that I have not streamed since Tuesday. I have some bad news. The recording that we made last Saturday for the next episode of the podcast, I accidentally deleted. So there won't be a podcast coming out. But we're working on another PNN. Hopefully that can come out next week. I'm going to try and stream tomorrow as well. It'll probably be brief, like maybe 4:30 my time until about 5:36 at the latest, and then I've got to head out. Saturday morning I should be able to stream a little bit, but then I have to file my taxes, which I have not done yet, so I left it to the last minute. What else? Am I aware that Drew Durnall stole my comic? Yes, I am. He steals a lot of our comics. Chestomas Plushmations, welcome. Hello. Polandball, welcome. Yeah, I think he steals a lot of comics that are like very popular comics that feature the US and Canada because of his viewer base. So that by default means a lot of Aaron comics and a lot of my comics. Although I don't post nearly as frequently as Aaron or as I used to, but alright, so HKT, welcome. So today I had an idea for a comic about OJ Simpson's death. So I'm going to draw that for a little bit, and then I think I want to finish the last panel off stream. So that's what the thumbnail was about. Because that was the big news in the US today. For those of you who are not American or are American and don't know, OJ Simpson died today. OJ Simpson was a very famous football player who transitioned into a successful acting career and then was charged with the murder of his ex-girlfriend, or sorry, his ex-wife, and another person, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Brown. Is that right? No, Ron Goldman. And in what was dubbed the trial of the century in 1994, 1995, the LAPD and the prosecution bungled the easiest slam dunk in history. And a guy who murdered his ex-wife and someone else got off scot-free. He was found not guilty, and that's what he's most well known for, is this trial from the mid-90s. So justice was never really served. He was later convicted of armed robbery in like the mid-2010s, something like that. So he served something like 7 years in prison for a different crime. But he died today, and he was a garbage person. So I'm going to make a comic about his death. So, oh, and the Juice was his nickname because his name was Orenthal James, I think. OJ for short, and OJ being also short for orange juice, so people would call him the Juice. That was his nickname until, particularly while he was a football player. So let's draw. So the first thing, I want to do like a gurney, like a hospital gurney. He's like in a hospital bed or something, you know. No idea. I kind of want to make it like... Doesn't have to be high art. I'll probably just do like the hospital gurney. and then nothing around it. I am somebody. That's the first time someone on stream has said your name. Oh, it's a small channel, so shout out to I am somebody. Well, how is everybody else's day? Yeah, if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. Yeah, it was a total miscarriage of justice that he got away with murder. Double homicide he got away with. Almost nobody today thought or thinks that he was innocent. There is such an enormous amount of circumstantial evidence that he did it. So, let's do a ball here. Actually, hold on. Let's see. Hospital, bed. Okay. I have a general idea of how I want to draw this. Let's do the character first. Let's do 5 pixels. I don't know that this is really like a Polandball comic. It's just like, it's not going to feature any other countries. It's just going to be the US, but it's depicting one person. So, nevertheless. Northern Willow, your day's good. You did a lot of nothing. That sounds like a good day. Yeah, we're a small community right now. Polandball community is enormous, but our YouTube channel is small, but growing, and something that we hope to grow rapidly, actually. So, let me pull up a comic with the US in it. Here we go. What is this one? Okay, we'll do glasses. Let's do them in green. So he died from prostate cancer. Truly a terrible person, so we are not sad that he is gone. It's going to be a couple panels long. Pretty simple panels, though. The last panel is going to be the most elaborate, but I'm going to draw that off stream because I don't want to... I don't know. I don't want to give away the punchline. I mean, like, the punchline's pretty obvious, but it's going to be something I draw off stream. I've decided. My Polandball comic did well. That was pretty cool. So 1,100 upvotes. There's a large audience for Polandball, but there just aren't enough comics. Zed, you made your first Polandball comic, didn't submit it yet. You got a question wrong, you didn't resubmit it. Yeah, you just gotta make sure that you're reading it correctly. Do I remember Polla Loca? I do. That was on somebody's Coke can or something. What does it mean? It's like thirsty cock or something? Caragway, hello. I'm doing well, how are you? Polandball, greater than sign any other meme. I agree. It's the only meme that I actually sort of make, you know? I made other memes. I used to make Rage comics before I found Polandball. That was sort of how I started drawing comics. Let's do the lions. Rage comics were huge in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. French Ball, welcome. Is that Le Pen? See, only a few stripes. We're gonna make it easy. Drawing the US always sucks. Okay, merge these. And we'll do the stars. Rate the flag of Ottawa. Let me take a look. What do you call people from Ottawa? Ottawans? Ottawegians? Oh, this sucks. Here, let me show it on stream. This is the flag of Ottawa, Canada. Where'd it go? This is terrible. The reason why this is a bad flag is because it's very corporate. You know, this is one of those flags where they tried to keep it simple, but they couldn't help themselves, and they made it unnecessarily complicated. You call them Ottomans? This is bad. The colors are nice, but this would have been better as like a tricolor or something like this. Here, I will show you how I would have done this. I'm gonna redraw the Ottoman flag. Over here, we'll do the blue. Okay, now you would do just like a circle. Here, you know what? You do. Is there a hole? There's a hole there somewhere. Up here. This would have been better. Something more like the Sami flag. Even just the two colors would have been cool too, yeah. This is better. Or you could do this. This is also better. So I would give the actual flag of Ottawa probably like a high C. The problem is, like, it doesn't need all of this flair, you know? Like, you don't need these curves in the line, in these three lines. The spiral doesn't need to... Even if it was just the spiral, it would have been better. You know, like, do this. And then make the spiral, like, either center it or enlarge it so that it touches the top and the bottom border. If you call a good Canadian city flag bad again, you'll not be part of the Canadian government. I mean, Canada has worse flags for sure. But I mean, this is not a great flag. It's a C+. It's not the most egregious flag I've ever seen, but it's one of those ones, it's like so close to being good that the fact that they missed it makes me not respect them, you know? No, this flag is not good. This is a very safe, like, corporate redesign of a bad flag. It's uninspired. It's not, I don't like it. What's my favorite... Wait, sorry, what did you ask? What's my favorite state ball? I'm not really into state ball, but this channel has to be because state ball is part of the Polandball ecosystem. I don't know. Probably California. What do I think about Foz do Iguazos? Iguaqua is this flag? I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's take a look. This is a terrible flag. Sorry. This is... so many things wrong with this. This is Foz... I have no idea. Hold on. Let's go to Google Translate. It's Portuguese.
Foz do Iguaçu.
Foz do Iguaçu.
Foz do Iguaçu.
Foz do Iguaçu. This is a town somewhere in Brazil. Yeah, this is a terrible flag. This is like this is an F tier flag. Flags don't get much worse than this. Foz do Iguaçu. So like the color is cool. Like this pale turquoise is really cool. You know, and it's like a standard Saltier Union Jack type design. But like everything in the middle is garbage. There's so much going on here, right? One, there's too much text on it, right? Text is usually not good. Putting the date is dumb. And then putting like actual drawings here is stupid. This is a bad flag. This is an F tier flag. What's the best Canadian province flag? I think I've gone through this before. I really like Newfoundland and Labrador. There are no provincial Canadian flags that are better than the Canadian flag, the national flag. But this one is probably the one that comes closest. Let me see if I can get it. I've shown this on stream before. People like this one. This is the flag of Newfoundland and Labrador in Canada. This is a great flag. They slapped a JPEG on a somewhat decent Scotland? Yeah, that's what makes it bad. Here's how you make it good. Oops. And then you basically just make like the Union Jack, but in this color, you know? Whoa. You guys get the idea. This would be a better flag. Even like the shitty version I've just drawn here with all like the weird lines and pixelation would be better than the original flag. HRE Animations, read this comic for a prize. Newfoundland flag is cool. Yeah. This is good. This is probably the best provincial flag. Nunavut's is not bad either. Let me pull it up. You guys got me on flags again. Nunavut's flag is good. But there's like 4 people who live in Nunavut, so yeah, this is a good flag, good design. Very cool. This is historically accurate. Portugal owned Brazil, not Britain. True. But I was just making the flag better. HRE Animations, thank you for the $2 dono. Very cool. It's your third super on a live stream. Very cool. All right, let's finish drawing some stars. This is going to be a good comic. It's just, I was at work today, and I was thinking of how I wanted to draw this comic, and I wish that I was home so I could have worked on it, but... And then capitalized on the news. That's one of the most surefire ways to have a popular comic is to just make a comic about something that just happened. About breaking news. What's the game plan for today? I'm just going to draw mostly this comic, I think. And then chat with chat, and then you guys will get me sidetracked on other things, I'm sure. We just went on a tangent about flags, which I like talking about. Oh, those are not great stars. Whatever. Some stars here. There are too many stars on the U.S. flag. You know what the best version of the U.S. flag was? The original one. The Betsy Ross flag. Let me finish this actual flag before I pull it up, though, because I'm already getting sidetracked. But I think most of you are probably familiar with it. But like the original Revolutionary War era U.S. flag with 13 stars in a circle. That is by far the best flag the U.S. has ever had. Nothing comes close. Too many stars. I'm going to finish drawing the U.S. and then pull it up. Oh, where did the US go? Here. This has the right colors. To the lines. Behind the glasses. I should also ask for suggestions for news stories for the next episode of Polandball News. We've got a couple. We'll do the eclipse. We'll do OJ dying. We'll do weather, and we'll do Israel and Gaza. But we'll happily take more suggestions for news stories you guys want to see covered in the next episode. Okay. I'm gonna pull the Betsy Ross flag. This is so good. So this is what's known as the Betsy Ross flag, for those of you who are not familiar. This was the flag of the United States in 1777. I believe it is the first official national flag of the U.S. So it has 13 stars for the 13 states, 13 original states. Say Invadio Colombia. Let's see if you can say it in Spanish. Invadio? There's only one L. Is it Invadido? Or Invadio? Best flag in the U.S. is when the U.S. has 52 territories. 52 territories. How do I feel about Newfoundland and Labrador becoming independent? Britain forced us into World War I, which bankrupted us, and then we had to rejoin Britain or risk starving. Honestly, it's not up to me, but I don't like the idea of like further fragmentation of human society into more and more states. Like, that's the opposite of what should be happening, is like we should be working toward a single like global government at some point, you know. But I get like that it's not realistic. Alush, you're making a comic about the EU. What's it about? The Taiwan man who got his legs amputated because of dry ice for Polandball News. What happened? Let me see. Taiwan, dry ice. What is this? It's a New York Post, okay. A Taiwanese man was hit with insurance fraud charges for allegedly trying to claim over $1 million in payouts for a double amputation due to self-inflicted dry ice injuries. The 24-year-old suspect, identified only by his last name, Chang, lost both of his legs below the knees due to 4th-degree frostbite, bone necrosis, and sepsis. Wow. After the amputations, Chang supposedly applied for compensation from 8 different insurance policies with 5 companies that totaled up to $1.3 million. Oh. That's pretty dumb. I mean, respect the hustle, you know? So insurers are scam artists too, right? Alright, so I need to draw a hospital gurney. A hospital bed. I don't know that I've done this before. Okay. You were saying glasses. Let's give him some, oh, you know what? Glasses. Let's give him some, stress lines. That. I'm gonna have to post this tomorrow morning for maximum effect at the latest. I kind of wanted to post it tonight just because like the news is still fresh, but not gonna be enough people online tonight, so I'll do it tomorrow. Pretty sure you won't even be allowed to post this? No, I'll be allowed to post it. I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's group these two. Where's group? There's group. OJ1. Okay, we'll do the bed. Let's do the left side of the bed. Let's try it in green. 5 pixels. And it has to be above the ball. Like this. Another one down here. Maybe make this a little bit smaller. I can reuse some of this for Peanut as well. What's the joke for this comic, or will it be serious? It's not serious, no. Northern Willow, look at your previous message for a news story. Yesterday, Bell, a major internet provider in Canada, went down all across the country because of vandalism. What kind of vandalism? When you post your first drawing, don't make fun of it. JK, but it's bad. No, I mean, we would never make fun of someone for making a bad comic. Like, we all start somewhere, right? Like, I've shown you guys all my early comics, and they were bad. Very bad. Art doesn't need to look pretty or look, you know, it doesn't have to look pretty to be good. Good art, well, art is subjective, right? Because it's an entirely subjective medium, not medium, what's the word I'm looking for? Art is an entirely subjective experience. You might like something and someone else might not like it, you know? And that's totally fine. There are things that are more, like, common for people to like in art than others. But that doesn't mean that, you know, something is inherently bad. Because art can't be inherently bad because, again, it's subjective. Oh. What am I doing? I am drawing a comic about OJ Simpson's death. It's not a comic, just one ball. Well, that's how it starts, right? My old comics weren't even that bad? No, they were pretty bad. Big sneeze. Yeah. Thank you. Let's put this behind here. This has got a lot of different layering. Pull this down more, a little bit closer. This can really be like where the blanket goes. This is kind of hard to do, this perspective. Shit. We're seeing art being made in real time. So I'm using a reference image, but it's already very different from the reference, so I kind of just want to make whatever I want at this point. Man, I don't know how to do this. You guys have a Discord server for your RP? That's pretty cool. I know Dick Rhino is still working on the, he's working on the Discord for the YouTube channel, and we'll share that with you guys when it's done. And then you guys can post and do stuff in there, and then talk to the 7 of us who work on the channel. And I guess we'll have a new job where we have to moderate it, so that'll be interesting. Okay, instead of this being rounded, I'm just going to do like just straight panels, I guess. When is the next PNN? Hopefully next week. It's gonna depend. I'm going on a work trip, so I'm not gonna be able to stream from like Sunday to Wednesday. So I'll probably not even be able to draw either. So I'm gonna try and do some stuff on Saturday, maybe a little bit tomorrow. Aaron should be able to draw a lot, is what he said. So hopefully it's not too long of a wait. Maybe like the latter half of next week. First Khalifa, welcome. Something like that. And then this section can come down. Yeah, sometimes like I start drawing with a reference image and then I just sort of abandon it, you know, like it helps to get the general sort of sense of what you want to draw, like the outline, but then you find out it's easier to just draw it, the rest of it the way you want to draw it. So that's what I'm doing here. Oh, it's bed. Okay, I'm losing track of the layers. Behind one. Maybe a pillow or something there. What am I doing? Just joined? I'm drawing a comic about OJ Simpson's death today. Terrible person. So, good opportunity to make a comic about him. This is looking okay. It's sort of along the lines of what I want. I don't know how to do like the legs and the wheels on the thing. Who is OJ Simpson? OJ Simpson was a famous professional football player, American football player, who became a very famous actor. And then, most notably, he was charged with a double homicide of his ex-wife and another person, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. And the reason why the trial was so famous, there's a couple things. One is because he was a celebrity, he was very well known. Two, the murders were very gruesome. She was nearly decapitated. And it had to do with a lot of like sensitive race relation issues in the mid-1990s. And he was found not guilty, despite the fact that he did it. You know, the prosecution bungled the case. So he's most well known. He was most well known for basically getting off of a murder charge, a double homicide charge. But yeah, he killed his ex-wife and one other person at the scene of the crime. Presumably because he didn't want witnesses getting away. So yeah, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman were the two people that he murdered. And then later he got arrested for armed robbery or something in Las Vegas and served like 7 years in prison or something like that. And then he died today of prostate cancer. So rest in piss. All right, let's do the legs. Let's do 3 pixel for this. Have it come out sort of like that. Do one in here too. Maybe we do a different color for this. Do black for the wheels. You know, on the 13th and 14th in Sri Lanka, it's going to be the Sahali Tamil Solar New Year. It's a very cool festival. I had no idea. Let me look it up. Sinhali Tamil. Lunar New Year. Sinhalese New Year. 13th and 14th of April. Sri Lankan holiday celebrates the traditional year of the Sinhalese people and the Tamil population of Sri Lanka. It's a major anniversary celebrated not only by the Sinhalese and Tamil people, but by most Sri Lankans. The timing coincides with the New Year celebrations of many traditional calendars of Southeast Asia. The festival has a close semblance to the Tamil New Year and other South and Southeast Asian New Years. Public holiday in Sri Lanka is generally celebrated on April 13th or 14th. Traditionally begins at the sighting of the new moon. According to Sinhalese astrology, New Year begins when the sun moves from Meena Rashia, the house of Pisces, to Mesha Rashia, the house of Aries. It also marks the end of harvest season, end of spring. Very cool. I learned something today. I think the bed is good. Now I can do the I can color the outline in. And then maybe like a lighter. Oh, I haven't done the blanket yet. Universe ball. If I like cookies, you can spawn infinite cookies, being that you are the universe. It's pretty sick. Cookies are definitely one of the better things that exist in this universe. You know, there's a lot of the universe left to explore, but I'm pretty comfortable in saying that cookies are probably one of the better things so far. Something like this. Maybe like a light gray for these outlines. What the hell? A little bit lighter. Something like that. Here, I'm going to duplicate this group, hide it. And I'm going to merge these. Merge all of that. Do the blanket over here. What color should the blanket be? Any suggestions? Make this a little darker, I think. It's too dark. Red. Though the red is going to merge with the... it's going to blend in with the stripes. Blue. Blue is going to... I don't know. I was thinking orange. Let's do orange and then we can play around with different colors just to draw it. Blanket. Just so that we have something, I can change the colors. Merge it with the bed. Do 2 pixels for sort of like the shading. I don't know. I think that color is kind of good. All right, let's try red, like a bright red. No, I don't think so. Blue. Blue kind of works. I think the orange, making the color of his NFL team. What did he... I don't remember what teams he played on. Let me see. That's a good idea. I like that, though. He was on the 49ers and the Bills. Okay. Bills are red, white, and blue. Niners are red, gold, and white. So this kind of works. Leave it in the orange. I think the orange makes sense, yeah. Rapa Nui, hello. Isn't Rapa Nui the name of Easter Island? Rapa Nui, right? Did he spend most of his career with the Bills? Not the Niners? That's me in the chat. No, I don't know. I don't think Dick Ryan or Aaron are in the chat right now. Although if they are, say hi. Oh, you know what I should do here? There should be more of like a... Oh, let's make this green so I can actually erase it. This has to be an angle. Aronian Empire. Aaron makes a lot of fantasy maps. He'd be into what you guys are doing. He should make a video about that. Would you guys be interested in Aaron like making a video about his fantasy maps? Alright, now it just needs like the IV drip. Josie on Ball, you also make fantasy maps? Do you guys know the world building subreddit and like the fantasy map subreddit? Those are pretty cool. I occasionally look at them. Like I'm not big into fantasy maps and stuff like that, but I do like looking at them occasionally. It's never been like a hobby of mine to make them, but I can see why it's appealing. World building seems pretty cool. All right, Ivy drip. Let's do 2 pixels. Alright, then we need to do the bag, right? Has to have a hook. Saline, right? Saline solution, is that what this is? I don't know. This is actually a pretty fun drawing so far. I'm enjoying it. That. And a little bit more this way. And then light gray tube. Oops. Can't have it be too narrow because I want to fill it in a little bit. Okay. There. Bag should have a darker blue outline, I think, like that, and then lighter blue on the inside. Darker at the top. Meniscus, is that what it's called? When you're looking at the top of a liquid? Let's see, does black look better? Black outline? No. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Just put like a white label or something on it. I don't know. Maybe not white. That's too hard to see. Okay, I like that. And what color should this be? I guess silver? The ivy drip? Almost ready to do the second panel. Two pixels. Need to adjust the height. Okay. I think this looks good. You get the idea, right? He's dying. All right. Panel 2, I wanted to have like closing his eyes or something, you know, gradually. So it looks like he's, you know, he's fading out, right? Let's see this real quick. Maybe it comes out a little bit more. Okay. Closing eyes. This comic is pretty grim. Don't be, or don't. It's not grim. The guy was a murderer. You know, like, it's not a bad thing that he's gone. He literally got away with murder. You know. All right, panel 2. Be panel 1. I like it. I think that turned out well. It's a cartoony, simple. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need like a pillow behind it. Let's do a small pillow. Zoom in. It's a tiny little detail that makes it a little bit better. Personally, you don't think that each country should be one? You think that each continent should have its own EU of sorts, and each of those unions would get together to form world government? I mean, if it ever happens, that's the way it's going to happen, you know? The EU, I think, is the model for the rest of the world to follow. More regional integration. And then those regions will sort of work with each other, right? Like, we're sort of getting there, right? Like, even if it's not through having regional organizations, we're really in an era now where like the big countries are the ones that matter, and it's not just like small rich countries by being technologically so much more advanced than even big poor countries that they get to call the shots, right? Like, things are starting to even out again. So panel 2 gonna be mostly black. And then we're going to have eyes. We're going to be looking through the eyes. It's going to be a POV panel. The next 2 panels are POV. 15 pixel. That's a good eye. Center them. Actually, hold on. I have to merge these and then center. Okay. So background. It needs to be blurry. Duplicate this. What the hell? That's not good. Eyes. Needs to be more ovular and less football-y. Okay. That's good. Duplicate. Let's merge these. All right, we'll just have him like staring at the ceiling or something. And then we can make it blurry, kind of. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. How do we draw blurriness? I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Modox Y, can I draw you in 2 days? I'll do some profile pictures tomorrow, probably. So if you're around roughly a little bit earlier than I started today, I could probably do it. What's my opinion on Gravity Falls? I've never seen it. Is that a cartoon? I've heard of it. I've never watched it. You know what? I need to think about how I want to do this. Let's do something else while I think about how I want to do this. But I like the first panel that I came up with. I think this looks good. This is very easily exploitable and reusable for future content, like PNN. Let's do a... do 1 or 2 profile pictures, maybe. I don't think I have anybody queued up, so... Who should we draw? Let's see, most recently we did... Stickman and Clover Finder Boy. These came out well. I was actually worried that I wouldn't be able to draw blood and like gore on YouTube, but I forgot that like YouTube, like people stream video games on YouTube, and there's tons of like violence in video games. So I really like Brazilian ball mapping. I think it's cute. Like it's just, it looks like a portrait hanging on the wall. Sinister Sri Lankan Productions. Didn't I already draw you and you changed your name? Yeah, Clover Boys is good. It's a fictional Ottoman flag. Or like the naval Ottoman flag. Naval ensign, like, or the Ottoman naval ensign inspired flag. Killing a Byzantine flag. Let me check the list. Sinister, yeah, you're right. I didn't. You asked me to change your name. Yeah, we can do you. What's your YouTube handle? Let me find it. Oh, it's SP Gaming. Okay. I remember now. Yeah, you've been here for a long time. This is it, right? All right, let's do it. 3 pixel. Is it raining? No. Maybe let's do 5 pixel and just make it a bigger ball. That is not the worst ball I've drawn. One second. You know what? I can make a better ball. NATO, welcome. Salvicius, hello. I'm doing well. How are you? Oh wow, it's Yotter. Yotter, how's it going, man? I don't think I've ever seen you in stream. Do you guys know Yotter? Yotter is like one of the best artists that r/Polandball has ever seen. He has made some of the most gorgeous comics I've ever seen. I would love to be able to show one of your comics on stream if that's cool. Like the gun one would be cool, if that's all right. I won't do it unless you give me the okay, though. You're still working on a secret project for the main sub? Right on. Yeah, show them? Okay. I'm gonna show you one of Yotter's comics. I don't even know. Am I even pronouncing your name correctly? That's how I've always pronounced it in my head. Yotter. Is it Yadar? In Gun We Trust. Okay. This is one of the top posts of all time on the Polandball subreddit. In Gun We Trust by our very own Yotter. Look at this. This is beautiful. Very little text in this comic. I'm a big fan of comics that don't have a lot of text. USA. Cracks open the rock. There's a gun. It's a revolver. This is such a good panel. Look at this. Look at how well this gore is done. The eyes popping out of the sockets. This is so good. And like pieces of the ball just like tearing off. Brutal. So they cracked the rock open with the gun. Gun killed their killed two of them, and now they worship the gun as a god. Second commandment, never question gun. Don't make gun angry. What gun giveth, gun taketh. Gun works in mysterious ways. Always praise gun, and gun will make us feel safe. Love gun, so gun will love us. Fear gun's wrath. And this is the Church of the Gun. This is brutal. Yeah, this is great. Absolutely love it. Look at these rifles are really well drawn. Or not rifles. Some of them are rifles. This looks like an M4. I don't know what kind of sniper rifle this is. And then what? These look like Berettas, maybe? Really cool. This is great. So, yeah. Gun culture in America is crazy. You published this comic 2 days before a church shooting? Yeah, well, I mean, like, statistically, you know, there's all kinds of shootings in America, like, every single day. Sinister Sri Lankan. For the background, draw a starry night with a telescope with you looking in it. There should be a full moon and a comet. Okay. There was also another one that you did, Yotter, if I can show it. It's the Divine Wind. The Kamikaze one. That one's really good. Let me know if I can show that on stream. Yeah, here, let's zoom back up to... This is... Oh, I just love this panel. This is so well done. You wish you could draw like that? I mean, it just takes practice. Yes, sure. Okay, all right, I'm going to show it. This is also another Yotter comic. This is called Divine Wind. Kamikaze is Japanese for Divine Wind. Of inhaling, exhaling. Of forward, backs. Of livings, dyings. Arrows go fly into each other. Meet into midway, and of slicings void and aimless flight. Whoops. Thus I am returning to the source. This is gorgeous. I love this panel. This is one of my favorite panels in like any Polandball comic. Just the background is gorgeous. And there's, I don't know, like I'm a sucker for like World War II era prop fighter jets or fighter planes. So like the Mitsubishi Zero, just a very gorgeous plane. P-51 Mustang, love it. Spitfire, great. Even the Hurricane, you know, more utilitarian kind of fighter. This is beautiful. I love the lighting in the first panel too. Yeah, this is art. So you guys can check out Yotter's comics. If you go to the subreddit and then search for Yotter. You went for a Studio Ghibli vibe? Yeah, like I totally get it. It's great. This is a great panel too. Look at how simple these clouds are, right? These clouds are just, here, we can reproduce it, right? Let's do 500, 500. I should draw like this more often. See, you can just like make it messy, right? And then you just change the gradient. Or rather, you change the color to add make it look like it's a gradient, right? To the water. See, like this is a very, very simple way of drawing very pretty artsy backgrounds. It works, you know, like this is really easy to do. It's like good technique for you guys if you're ever interested in doing this stuff. And then, you know, you can just do like the boat, whatever. I'm not going to put a lot of effort into the boat. I wanted to show you the, how you make the art. I don't know that I'm going to draw the explosion, but the clouds here, the clouds are really clever, right? So you do a darker, I don't know, like a burgundy or something, right? It's the top layer. And then mostly in the middle layer, you do a little bit lighter color, right? Then add some orange and red. So it's like the sunlight from the sunset is reflecting off of the bottom of the clouds. This is so good. Here, let's do this. But see how there are like gaps? You would want to fill that in with different colors. Whoops. God, that explosion is so good. Look at how much detail he put into this. This is crazy good. You can see like how voluminous it is, right? He did a really good job at showing you like the shadows under the parts that are like more bulbous than others. So it really looks three-dimensional. Oops. And let's crop this. Even here, like where it's diving onto the ship, you can see all the different shades of blue that it uses for the ocean. It's so good. Like, this doesn't even do it justice, but you sort of get, like, the idea, right? A lot of eraser tool used here as well, you can tell. The conning tower. I love ships. They're so cool. Even something... Look, this was maybe like an 8-minute drawing. And this is already like a more elaborate kind of background and panel than you're going to see in most comics, right? So it's really just like being super messy. I forget what this style of art is. But it's very common. It's called strié, a French expression for painting in streaks. Strié, I think. All right. I'm going to save this. Yoder inspired me. But yeah, this is, I think, one of the most gorgeous Polandball comics that's ever been made. Just great. All around. Strive to be an artist like Yoder. That's what's cool is, over the years, Polandball has attracted, like, genuine artists. Like, people who have been, if not studying it, or doing it professionally. People who have been, like, drawing, painting for many years longer than I have. And it's very humbling when you come across, like, an actual, genuinely good artist. Like, I don't think I'm a bad artist, but I don't think I have the best art, you know? There are way better artists than me in the subreddit. But one of the cool things is that you can get inspired by other artists. I've adopted a lot of features from other artists over the years. Do I know about Anart? What is Anart? A-N-A-R-T? I don't know. What is that? Anomalous art. Art with anomalous properties. Hinadira is the best. Yeah, I would say Hinadira is probably. It's hard to say like who's the best. You know, like who's the GOAT at any one thing, especially when it's a subjective thing like artwork, right? But in any conversation about who like the best artist is in the Polandball community, Hinadira has to be on that list. I would put Yoder on it as well. And as much as I love Aaron and Dick Rhino and Zemo Nitrome and myself, I don't think we're the best artists. I think we're very far from it. I think Bioeditor is one of the better artists that we've had over the years. He stops by stream every so often. He posted a comic today. It was good. If you haven't seen it, go take a look. All right. Sinister Sri Lankan Productions. What is this flag? What is that on deck? Is that is this one of the Tamil flags or something? Pallava Dynasty, maybe? You gotta tell me what it is so I can draw it. Townkel is also super underrated. Yes, I agree. I don't think he's underrated. His comics have always been really popular, and you know, it's always been some of the best art. I agree with you though that he's got great art. Jacob, did I read your comic? Your comment on The Polandball video? The Polandball comic? I think I saw it. Let me see. Oh, if Kolai wants Polandball to come back, I'll have to respond to this. Responded. It's a lion with a sword? Okay. Let's do eyes. You're gonna be looking through a telescope, right? So. Let's draw a line. You think it's a mix of one of those Siam flags with the elephants mixed with the old Cambodia flag? I was looking at this one. This is Simha flag of the Pallavas. Pallavas Kingdom. This is what I immediately... I didn't think of it, but I Googled. This is what I immediately Googled. I Googled like Tamil flags, and this is one that looked similar. So I can't really draw lions. Let's copy this. Use it as a reference. Do you guys have pets? Any cat owners in here? Since I'm drawing a lion. There used to be a planet on Animal Show called Countdown, I think is what it was. And it was like, it did top 10 lists of different kinds of animals. And one of the ones I remember I watched as a kid was like top 10 like deadliest cats, right? And you know, I expected deadliest cat to be like a tiger or a lion or something, right? Like one of those big cats. But nope, it was the domestic house cat. They have the highest kill count of any cat species. Which is not super surprising, but it was super lame. And I don't think I watched that show again. Because I was not... I wanted to see tigers, not house cats. Alucia pet chickens. That's pretty cool. Yotter, you have plenty of cats. Josie on Ball, you've got a dog. Modox, you've got 2 dogs. FM Roman, you have 2 little cats. One is a dumbass. Hot take, I think all cats are stupid. Like, they're cute, but cats are not very smart. Particularly not when compared with dogs. Like, the variance, I think, among dogs and, like, canine intelligence is a lot larger, though. Like, there are some breeds of dogs that are, like, just... It's like they've got a brick for a brain, you know? But then there are some, like, Border Collies and German Shepherds that could do your taxes for you. Whereas, I feel like most cats are, like, similarly stupid, you know? You used to have a pet zebra finch bird? I don't think I could ever have a bird. They're too annoying. They're too loud. This is not the worst line I've drawn. I should have given this a black outline. Whoops. Yeah, I had a golden retriever as a kid. She was the best dog. But I've not had a pet since. She died almost 10 years ago. We had to put her down. Just old. She was a little over 13 years old, which is pretty long-lived for a golden retriever. But I've always been a sucker for Goldens. They're my favorite breed of dog. They're just so eager to please, very friendly. And they're goofy, right? Like, they're deliberately goofy. They like making people laugh because it makes them happy. Because they're eager to please, right? So, like, they have a reputation for, like, not being that smart, which isn't true. Like, they're very smart. It's just that, like, when they do something that makes people laugh, they'll do it again. That's where that reputation comes from. Yoder, have you made any comics recently? I don't think I've seen a comic of yours in a long time. All right, I think this is decent. No, you haven't done any comics. You got a lot of soul-sucking jobs. Since you stopped freelancing, you got a 9-to-5 job, but you're working on... Oh, that's right. Yeah, you said you're working on a secret project. Yeah. So that's how I sort of fell out of Polandball for about 7 years as well. And it coincided with me getting like a real job and having to be a real human adult. Which is not the worst thing in the world. But you lose a lot of your free time. So a lot of people in here are still students. Savor it. Enjoy it while it lasts, because the real world is very unforgiving. I miss like college and grad school. It really drains you? Yeah, absolutely. Like earlier this week, I got home at like 6 o'clock and I was just dead tired. Fell asleep on the couch, slept for 2.5 hours, woke up at almost 9 o'clock. And then couldn't fall asleep again until much later. It's really bad when that happens. Let's do a border. Actually, hold on. We need to make a little bit of room for... Whoops. Okay. The telescope like NJ Studios, who we haven't seen ever since I drew it. You watch PNN while on break and it makes it better. Oh, we appreciate that. It takes a long time to make it. Bad collab idea. Almost every major Polandball animator works together on a Polandball movie that is voiced by prominent artists. That would take a lot of effort, though. I mean, like, in the future, who knows what this channel will look like 10 years from now if we're still doing it. I imagine we still will be, but... it's hard to tell. What did I delete? I want to delete that. Okay. Let's do the border. Okay. Let's merge these. Gonna make this darker. You wanted a telescope, a comet, and something else, right? Here's what we're gonna do. Scale this up, trace it. All right, let's trace the telescope. Let's make it gray of some kind. Oh, where's the sword for the lion? I'll add it. Thank you for reminding me. You asked for a lot of things, so I'm trying to remember all of it. It's hard to remember all of the request. Do any of you guys have telescopes? I had a telescope as a kid. I would like to get another one, but it's kind of useless in the city because there's so much light pollution. They're a cool, just like, piece of like background aesthetic or something. Just like a cool prop or whatever to have hanging around the house. Conversation starter. You used to have one? You have a telescope, geography nerd, Illusion yours is broken. Yeah, I mean, like, it never gets old to me, like, when I just look at, like, one of the planets or something through a telescope. Like, you can straight up see Saturn and, you know, Jupiter and whatever, right? And, like, those are places, right? Like, you're looking at a different place. It still blows my mind. Let's do a little bit darker for the legs. It's a cool looking telescope. I like it. Bad comic idea, make a Polandball movie except it's a comic that extends for more than 962,861 panels in total. And it's incomplete by one panel is less than the worst possible cliffhanger. You have a telescope, you look at Saturn's rings and Jupiter's stripes. Newfoundland doesn't have much light pollution, so you get to see the Milky Way a lot. Yeah, just like even seeing the Milky Way with the naked eye is something that you can't really take for granted, because even in like a suburban area, it's just too faint to see. Whoops. The lion needs a sword. There. Something like that. Let's merge all of this. Let's do a little bit of grass. I gotta put a filter over it because I think it would look cool. So hopefully you like what I end up doing. I'll do some shading as well, but I want to put like a purple filter maybe over the entire panel. That. Alush, did I see your comic? Did you post it to the r/Polandball subreddit? All right, let's do some stars. Let's do like some faint red ones. Let's do some faint yellow ones. Let's do some faint blue ones. Okay. You wanted a comet, right? This will be pretty cool. I have an idea for how I want to do the comet. And then we'll do the comet tail with a bunch of different layers. Let's do like a light blue. Or like a dark blue. Purplish blue. Put it underneath the comet. And then make it like 15%, 25% opacity, 35. Let's do 45. Okay. Tail 2, we'll do a slightly lighter blue. Let's do a 60, 75 there. Okay. Tail 3. And some white. Let's see, zoom out, what does that look like? Wow, you got the biggest portrait. That's a pretty decent comet. Let's put it up here. Let's do a little bit of shading, and then call it a day. Actually, no, I didn't want to do shading. What I wanted to do was, what was it? A filter. Let's try a blue filter. Try white. Nope. Maybe yellow? No. Trying to find the right color for this. I think blue and purple are probably the best. Try a deeper blue. I think that's okay. Yeah, I like that. Maybe... let's do 30. Merge these. Delete that. Oh, you need the hat, right? Totally forgot to do the hat. Let's do the hat real quick. Northern Willow, look at your previous comment. You have a telescope, you look at Saturn's rings, Jupiter's stripes. Oh, I already read that, didn't I? Here, let's see this. Oh, your comic? Where'd you post your comic? Scroll up. Bad collab idea. Almost every major Polandball animator works together on a Polandball movie that's voiced by a prominent artist. I read that one too, didn't I? I don't know. Can you have the full moon in a Buddhist stupa? Oh, what is a stupa? Oh, that's a lot. Let's just do the moon. You know what? I can do a stupa in the background. Let me add the hat. The hat can be done quickly. Buddhist stupa is a mound-like or hemispherical structure containing relics. I'm gonna do it in the back as a shadow. Whoops. And then we have the moon. Merge. Of this here, up here. All right, I think that's pretty good. No, don't apologize for the inconvenience. Okay. I'm gonna pare it down a little bit because it's kind of big. But I like the shading. I think the shading makes it look cooler. It's like a dark night, you know? Oops. Oh, you know what? No. Let's undo the shading. Because it messes up the comment. Gonna cut it down just a bit, because I think it's a little bit too big. Okay. Well, I spent a lot of time on yours. I hope you like it. Here it is zoomed in if you want to take a screenshot. Whoops. .15. Okay. Well, that turned out well. I like it. Zoom out. Yotter, thanks for joining. It's nice to see you. It's been a long time. Take care, man. All right. I can take Sinister Sri Lankan Productions off the list. And Bob Mad, hello. You joined, and Newbie. You guys joined just in time for me to end stream. I'm streaming for a little over 2 hours. So it is time for me to get to some other things. But I'll stream probably a little bit tomorrow evening, maybe a little bit earlier. Maybe about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, US Eastern Time. So if I don't see you then, I will stream on Saturday morning, US Eastern Time. And if not, watch the VOD. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream, on the video before you guys head out. Everybody have a great Friday, and I will see you in the next one.